Hey friends, I just really quickly want to share with you kind of your final assignment for the year. So the goal is to bring some closure to the year and to celebrate achievements and then also to highlight and celebrate the graduating seniors this year. So we're going to have a quick Zoom conference on Wednesday, May 21st at 3 p.m. just to kind of go through a few things and celebrate people. I expect everybody to be there so that we can all celebrate together. Your parents are also invited. I will send them an invite as well. But before that, we're going to put together one little last thing to kind of complete the year. So I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so as your final assignment of the year, you're going to help me compile this end of the year website that we will use to share out our learning and our achievements. I'm going to share this Google Sheet with you, and it's a checklist of all the things you need to do. It looks like a lot, but most of it you've already done, so I don't want you to worry about the amount of stuff. I actually did an example of this, which I'll show in a minute. It took me about maybe 45 minutes, but I didn't have any of it done. You already have a lot of this done. I just want everybody to make sure they go through thing by thing and check them off. So I'm going to quickly just show you what's going on here. There's three pieces here. There's the personal website, and that's the one you've already created for your projects, and then the end of the year website, and that's the one I just showed you right here that looks like this one, and I'll take you through that in just a minute. What I'd like to start here with is the personal website. So you just need to clean up and organize things. Just make sure that you have a title and a photo of yourself. So for example, in mine, I have Failing Forward with Mr. Souter. I have my name in the title, that's very important, and then a photo of myself. Next, you're going to do a brief description of you as a learner. You probably already did this. This was an assignment that we did at the very beginning of this thing. So you can probably check this off, but maybe reread it and double check that you like what it says. For example, I have here me as a learner. I wrote something about myself. I wrote 2 strengths and a weakness. You can view all that later by clicking on this link. This one's kind of tricky. The structure tab, how you're going to structure the tabs in your page. So you have 2 choices. The first choice is for a page. If it's just an orchestra page, if you're only using this for orchestra, you can create a tab for creating, performing, and responding each. So one tab for each of those. Or maybe you just want to have a projects tab, so that the home tab will be information about you like this page. So I'm going to show you the 2 examples. Here's the first example I made, just projects. It could be, there could be a tab here for creating, a tab here for responding, and a tab here for performing. And those, you might have different things in each of those. But I just titled it projects because I only did that. When I click on the project, it takes me to my projects. The other style of checklist here is if you're going to use this page to represent your entire academic work or more things. So for example, maybe you want to have a page for your biology project, or a page for your art projects, or a page for your writing, whatever it is you're doing. You may do something like this. This is an orchestra page, and below it then I have the tabs for creating, performing, and responding. It's quite easy to do that. You just create subpages when you're designing the layout of your pages. I can help you through that if you need to, but you can just Google how to make subpages in Google Sites. All right, and you might title it creating, performing, responding, or just projects, up to you. And then you would have something, like biology and art and whatever the other classes you are. Then your tabs would be different. So there's the 2 styles. So that's that. And once you're done with that, you'll just click that box and you're good. Next thing is the project. What I'd like you to do, I understand that most of you aren't done with your projects, and I honestly did not feel comfortable assigning it officially and giving a grade on it without being able to support you one-on-one. So what I'm asking for is a video or written description of your project concept, and the project does not need to be done, but and I'll kind of talk that through your parents. But I want you to make sure that you have you kind of share the status of the project and kind of the steps that you did. So for example, in my project, I actually did a project while you guys were working on one as well. I wanted to learn how to mix and master my recordings. So I like to record music, but I don't often finish things. And, because I just enjoy the process of making up stuff. But I really wanted to take time to figure out how to do the fine details of mixing and mastering a finished song. And so I had to learn a lot in here. So I described the things I learned, and then I gave some things, like I enjoyed doing this, here's what I liked about it. And then going forward, I would think about doing these things. And then I put examples of my completed projects here. You may or may not have examples, but you might want to include a picture or two, or even a video describing or showing what your project, the state of it currently is. Okay, so that's that part. And then if you have time, finish the project. That'd be great to have it. If you're almost done, I know some of you are actually almost done. Finish it. Just push through. I know it's the end of the year. I know you have tons to do, but go for it. It's nice to have the strings tied up at the end. The last two things you're going to include on your website is your Soundtrap composition and your grade level virtual orchestra. And I did that as well here. So if you scroll down from my projects page, I did my mixing and mastering project. And then I have my composition using Soundtrap. I described what I did and what inspired me to do it. And I embedded the song here, and you can play it right from my website. And I show you how to upload. I made a little tutorial how to upload an MP3 to your Google site here. You don't have to have this video or anything. You'll probably just have this little player. It's easy to do, but follow that video. And then I also did the same thing for my grade level orchestra, virtual orchestra project. So, this is the thing you worked on with your partners. And I just described what we did. And then I embedded the MP3 as well here. You'll notice I added a background. I just used a screenshot from, or I just searched up Soundtrap images, and I just borrowed that as a little background. You don't have to do that, but it looks nice to have other things. So that's it for the website. Most of the stuff you already have done, and if you don't have it done, it shouldn't take you long to do it all, okay? So once you do it, obviously check all the things that you've completed. And then let's move on over to the end of year site. So the end of the year site is going to look like this. And I just created a little Cinemagraph title here, and then I put a little box for each class. So seniors, juniors, sophomores, and fresh people. So if I'm not done with this site yet, my goal is to finish this up today or tomorrow. When I click on Class of 2020, it'll take me to all of the people in Class of 2020. Sorry, Kirsten, I'm going to use you as an example. It's going to take me to all the seniors, and they'll be all listed down throughout the page. When I click on Kirsten's picture, it'll take me to her website, which is completed by doing all the things, in this part of the checklist. Okay, so make sure for the end of the year website, that's going to be the links to all of your websites. This is the one I'm going to share out to your parents. Make sure that you have double check your photo. So if I'm using the photos we did for our fall goal setting poster that we created, the black and white photos you shared with me. If you want a different photo, you need to send it to me. Otherwise, I'm just using that one. So once you do that, great. Send me a photo, or if you're okay with the one, you're done. Make sure you publish this site. I kind of included it over here, but really that's over here. Make sure you actually click publish on your website so that it can be viewed by anyone with the link. Then please share the link, or please share your published site with me. Once you share it with me, I'll get it and I'll add the link to your photo, and that's all you have to do with that. These are pretty simple, pretty easy things to do. You just probably need to reread or double check things, make sure you're happy with it. Okay, the last little piece is just for the seniors. Seniors, I need you to complete the bio on your website, and I'm going to send you some questions you can think about answering, to write your bio. And I'm also going to share this website with you, so Kirsten will actually be able to come into the website and edit her bio just as it is. And also, seniors, I need you to think about for our end of the year celebration, your gifts that you're going to give down to your sections. That has been a tradition for many, many years. So just be thinking about that and have something prepared, even if you don't physically have the object with you, or I understand, but maybe have something to say or share. Okay, seniors, one last thing that I realized I forgot to add is I'm going to send you a link to a little survey to complete your varsity letter tally sheets because that's another thing we'll be handing out during this time. Actually, juniors, I'll send it to you as well because many of you are probably nearing that your points to get letters as well. So I'll send that to you. Hey, everybody, this is all due by Sunday, May 17th. That will give me Monday and Tuesday and part of Wednesday to put it all together. Our Zoom meeting, I'll send you the link to it. It's going to be 3 p.m. on May 21st. Okay, hopefully that helps you out a lot. And if you're confused by anything, please come into office hours and ask questions.